also still enrolling people manually into your courses in your Graphy account, then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to enroll Graphy user from Notion item. So over here I'm running a Edutech company and we add the details of the course registrants into our Notion database. So now what I want is that as soon as we add the details of the course registrants into our Notion database, automatically that same details should create a new learner in my Graphy account, and also with the help of these same details, that learner should be enrolled into my course in my Graphy account. That too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Notion and Graphy. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll walk you through the process of enrolling a Graphy user automatically from a Notion item. This automation helps you to manage course enrollments effectively by syncing Notion with Graphy, saving time and effort. So let's get started. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Notion and Graphy. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we have to click on this button which says Create Workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to enroll Graphy user from Notion item, Notion to Graphy. And then we simply have to click on this create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is going to open our workflow window. And this is the most important window of our automation because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. Alright, trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started with our automation, we have to select our trigger application as Notion. So I'm just going to search for Notion right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we have to select it as new database item, and then we simply have to click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Notion account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on the select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says connect with Notion. And as soon as we're going to click on this connect with Notion, you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is we are going to give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, but I'm just going to select the pages for which I want to give the permissions. So if you wish, you can definitely select all the pages, but I'm just going to select the particular page for which I want to give the permission, which is this course registration. You can see that this is the same page I want to create this automation for. So you have to select the same page for which you want to create this automation for, and then you have to simply click on the allow access button. Alright, so now after selecting the page, we have to click on this allow access. And as soon as we're going to click on this allow access, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this, we have successfully connected our Notion account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the database ID, so I'm just going to select the same. And now we are simply going to click on this save and send test request. But before clicking on this save and send test request, I'll just let you know that Notion is a pooling based application. So pooling based application means that these application will check for new data in certain amount of time. They're not going to check for new data instantly. And over here in the case of Notion, it says the trigger will check for new data in 1 hour. So now as soon as I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture the last response or the latest response made in my Notion account. So now if I'm going to click on this save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture these details, which is demo lead details. All right. So I've already entered the lead details right over here, and now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request to enroll this lead into my free course. And now as soon as I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have successfully received the response. You can see the last name which we have received, you can see the phone number which we have received, you can see the first name which we have received, and you can see the email address and the city which we have received. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and we have successfully received the details which we added into our Notion database. And now with this, what we have done is we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now we're going to move on towards our action step. So now what I want is I want to enroll Graphy user from Notion item. So now for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Graphy. So I'm just going to search for Graphy right over here, and as you can see the Graphy, so we're going to select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as create learner, because over here you can see that I want to enroll Graphy user. All right, but to enroll a Graphy user, we first have to create a user, right? So for that, we are first going to create a learner and then enroll that learner into our free course. All right, so first I'm just going to create a learner. So for my action event, I'm just going to select it as create learner and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Graphy account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key and the merchant ID. And to get this, we are simply going to follow the help text, and it is saying go to the integrations, third-party integrations, and then Pabbly Connect. You're going to get the API key. And now for the Graphy, go to the integrations and then APIs to get the merchant ID. Alright, so first we're going to get the API key. For that, I'm just going to open my Graphy account. And now from the left side of the bar, we have to go towards this integration section. And now from here, we have to go towards this third-party integrations and look for Pabbly Connect. And as you can see that this is the Pabbly Connect and this is Pabbly Connect API key. So I'm just going to copy this API key right from here. And after copying this API key, we are simply going to paste the API key right over here in our workflow. And now to get this merchant ID, once again, I'm just going to open my Graphy account. And now from the left side of the bar, we have to go towards this API section. And as you can see that this is my merchant ID. So I'm just going to copy this merchant ID right from here and paste it right over here in our workflow. Now after pasting this API key and merchant ID, I'm just going to click on this save. And upon clicking on this save, yes, you can see that with this we have successfully connected our Graphy account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Now it is asking me for the email, name, mobile, and many other details. So I'm just going to enter these details, but we are not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Notion as our triggered application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm just going to map the email address right over here, which is this. We're going to move on forward and map the name. So I'm just going to look for name in the previous response, and over here you're going to see the last name and also you can see the first name. So I'm just going to map the first name, put a space, and then you're simply going to map the last name. Alright, I'm just going to map the mobile number too right over here. I'm just going to look for mobile number in the previous response right over here. So you can see the mobile numbers, we're going to map it. And now it is asking me for the password. So if you wish, you can definitely enter password, but I'm just going to leave it upon to my user to enter this. So I'm just going to leave it as blank, and I'm just directly going to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that with this we have successfully created a new learner in our Graphy account. So now I'm just going to open my my Graphy account, and now from the left side of the bar, we are going to go towards this users section. And yes, over here you can see a new user or a new learner has been created. You can see the same name and the same email address which we entered. Also, you can see the same phone number which we entered. But now what I want is I want to also enroll this learner into my free course in my Graphy account. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add another action step right over here. And now once again for the action application, I'm just going to select it as Graphy. So I'm just going to search for Graphy and select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as enroll learner to a course and click on this connect. Once again, it is asking me to create a connection with Graphy. So I've recently connected my Graphy account. So I'm just going to click on select existing connection and then save. And as you can see, connected. And now it is asking me for the email address of my learner. So it is saying enter the email of the learner. Alright, so I'm just going to map this email from the response of my Graphy create learner, which is this. Alright, we're going to move on forward. It is asking me for the course URL. It is asking me for the course in which I want to enroll this learner. So over here to get this course URL, it is saying go to the dashboard, product, courses, pages, and then course page URL. Alright, we're going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my Graphy account. We're going to go towards the dashboard, towards the products, and then towards the courses. And then we have to select the course for which I want to create this automation, which is this core PHP programming. So I'm just going to open it right from here. And now from here, we have to go towards the pages. And yes, over here, you can see the URL. So we are simply going to copy it right from here. And then we're going to paste the same URL right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this URL, we are simply going to click on this save and send test request. And yes, as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, it is saying status success. With this, we have successfully enrolled this learner into our free course, which is core PHP programming. So I'm just going to open my Graphy account and check for the learner enrolled into my course. So I'm just going to open my Graphy account. And now from here, we have to go towards this learners of this course, which is core PHP programming. And we're going to refresh this learners right from here and check for the new learner enrolled. And yes, over here, you can see a new learner has been enrolled. You can see the name and the same email address which we entered. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And now, as soon as we're going to add a new lead details or new details of our registrant right over here in our Notion database, automatically Pabbly is going to create a learner in my Graphy account and also enroll that learner into a course in which I want to enroll all of these responses of my Notion database. Alright, so this is going to run in backend and we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. We can just sit back and relax. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.